I don't normally do a garden tour video, but I'm feeling the need to do so since I don't make as many videos like this anymore. So let's start at the back. We'll work our way to the front. This is a Black Madeira fig tree. That is a Cote de Dame Noir. That is a Smith fig, LSU Gold, White Madeira #1. I have two mulberry trees back here. I said mulberry trees back here, but White Pakistan and Pakistan, those are supposedly the sweetest varieties of mulberries you can get. So we will see. Of course, we got the greenhouse, my partially developed compost bin right here. A lot of different container stuff going on over here. This is the sloppy side of the garden, unfortunately. I have limes. We got a Wari Satsuma mandarin, variegated pink lemon. We have Caroline raspberry. Caroline raspberries, double gold, gold, and they desperately need to go in the pot. Couple pineapples. We got some extra tomato and pepper plants if anybody want them. Car orange, Moro blood orange, more pink lemons, more blueberries right here. Like I said, I got to get more organized in this area. Dwarf Cavendish bananas. Blueberries are loaded here. We got pink lemonade blueberries and Tiff Blue. Right here is my potato area. I got 4 different varieties of potatoes in here. Let's go in here actually. Oh, see, sloppy. I'm tripping up over stuff. Strawberries. I got everbearing and June bearing varieties in this bed. Acorn squash, spaghetti squash, Romanesco zucchini, yellow squash, delicata squash. We got some early sweet potatoes here. But guys, I take care of my squash pretty good. So once they get up a size, they'll grow all the way up this trellis, which is about 7 feet tall. So I have 7 feet tall squash and zucchini when it's all said and done. A lot of bald spots, a lot more stuff that I could plant, but I'm working on infrastructure stuff, obviously, and trying to keep everything planted at the same time. Greenhouse, I need to get to work in here. It was good while winter was here, but now it's so hot I can't use it. So it gets to 140 degrees in there when it's like 80 degrees outside, so without the doors open. Let's continue on. This area right here, this is a chicken coop frame. No chickens will be in here. This is for peppers and tomatoes. I'm gonna have a shade cloth over this because I am tired of the sun burning holes in my tomatoes and peppers. So in the middle, I have indeterminate types tomatoes, looking really good, thick stems, dark green growth. A couple marigolds in here, not a whole lot. I probably need triple the amount of marigolds to have the effect of pests on pests that I would want, but I really have them in here to help with root knot nematode suppression. But yeah, we have Cherokee purple, orange Wellington in the middle. We have a couple of banana peppers here. We got red, orange, yellow, green, purple, brown bell peppers. On the corners, you can see I have cherry tomatoes. They're gonna grow up right here and be trellised all the way down. Yeah, so I have to figure out what I'm planting this bed here. But elephant garlic, looking amazing, as always. This is a Catawba grape that I've been abandoning that I needed to take better care of because we have some grape action, as you can see right now. So let's get out of here. Random flowers planted in certain places. This is a muscadine grapevine that I need to take care of. It also has little grapes on it. Come on, focus. Y'all see it. All right. We have a mixture of kale, broccoli, cauliflower. Some of it's purple broccoli, purple cauliflower, regular cauliflower, some cabbages in here. Kind of hot, kind of late. So it's an experiment right now, but we're starting to get a little bit of broccoli. Yeah. Onions, right? Onions from seed or starter plants works as well. But if you do onion sets, your onions will not get this big. So I always encourage people to do onions from seed in the fall. You have better results. We got corn. I'll give this corn about a 6.5, 7 out of 10 as far as emergence. Doing a little bit of experiment this year with my spacing. Rows a little bit closer together, but in row planting is further apart. And what to expect with that is suckers. When you have suckers on your corn, that means your population is too low. Is living too good of a life, so it thinks it can do more than it's supposed to do. But we're gonna see how it works. I'm gonna let it get about waist high, and I'm gonna plant another block of it right here. On the edges here, I probably need to put carrots or something right here. I think I did plant something there, I can't remember, but we'll figure out when it pops up. Same thing here. Onions looking good. Same thing here. I need to plant some stuff in the middle. I think I'm gonna end up doing okra in the middle, kale and collard greens. Kind of late for kale and collard greens, but I'm gonna try it out. Bunch of lettuce I need to get out of here. It's bolted, it's over with. We got German garlic, nowhere near the size that it needs to be in the ground as far as bulbing. It's starting to turn a little bit yellow. I kind of don't like that. I probably need to give it a little bit more fertilizer or something. I don't know. We'll see. Let's come out of here. Trying to hurry up, guys, while we still have sunlight over the trees. Notice I try to keep everything mulched. That helps me with the weed pressure, except right there, of course, because I had that covering over it and I didn't realize weeds was right there until just now. All right, so we got green beans. This variety is called Kentucky Blue. So this is a Kentucky Wonder crossed with a Blue Lake bean. So Kentucky Wonders taste great. Blue Lake beans have no strings and they're very productive. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. Can't talk. Trying to talk too fast and talk too much. All right. What I did was I dug a furrow here and I just planted these in straight mushroom compost that you see back there, and I'm starting to get to the point where I think all I need is mushroom compost, guys. Cucumbers, I have Market More 76 and Be It Alpha cucumbers. Did a lot more green beans this year. We've been running out every year, so I'm like, I need to do enough to last a year. All right, so I'm gonna do this first planting and I'm gonna plant some more in July and then harvest again in the fall. Of course, we got some sweet peas here. Not a whole lot, but something. Starting to see some aphids show up. They love sweet peas, so it's time for me to spray some. Spinosad, pyrethrin, 2 ounces per gallon, alternate weeks. Same thing with garden phos and copper fungicide. Irrigation system, guys. If you want a bigger garden and you want it to be easy to keep up with, figure out this irrigation stuff. All right, I can control this irrigation timer no matter where I am, whether I'm at work or wherever, I can control it. This bucket right here, I can put fertilizer in this bucket. It sucks it through and sends fertilizer to the entire garden. Flowers, more elephant garlic, herbs. Drip irrigation is on all of this stuff. You can't see it all, but it is there. A lot of work getting this to be like this, but old compost pile, I need to move this stuff. Some of the best compost that you can ask for. It is like super broken down and dry because we don't get rain here. We in a little drought right now in South Carolina, if you haven't noticed. Random watermelon seeds that were dumped here. I think these are going to be yellow petite. We got some kittens that's almost ripe. Ready to pick those soon. Flowers, banana trees, sunflowers planted here. Some seedlings I need to separate desperately. I just haven't gotten around to it. Squash, zucchini, kale, collard greens, okra, raggedy looking watermelons and cantaloupes that I haven't transplanted because I need to prepare the melon area to do that, and I haven't done that yet. Another project right here, 2 little raised beds. I'm gonna put a cattle panel arch trellis, and it'll be an arch. You can walk under the arch, harvest beans, cucumbers, whatever. Then when you get out of the arch, you'll be in the watermelon area. That'll be good for content. Front yard, fruit trees. Okay, we had 10 minutes. That's not that bad. Okay, we got a 3-in-1 pluot tree. So a pluot is a plum apricot. I think it's 75% plum, 25% apricot. 3 different varieties of those crosses on the same tree. Late frost got that one, so I didn't get any fruit this year. 4-in-1 Japanese plum tree. Japanese plums tend to be earlier, juicier, right? But late frost is more of a risk with them. So 4 different types of varieties of Japanese plums on these trees. Of course, they're close together because I want them to cross-pollinate, kind of help each other out. This tree is a superior plum, nectarine, and peach on the same tree. We got a few plums, right? These trees are very young, very small, don't have a lot of expectation, but we see new growth. And of course, on stone fruit, where we see new growth is where you're going to see 90% of your blossoms next year. So you're kind of looking into the future of where your harvest is going to be. This is a 5-in-1 European plum tree, 5 different varieties of European plums on this tree. When you get multi-grafted plum trees, you're kind of at the mercy of how they grafted it. So you can see I got a lot of branches crossing, but I can't really correct it that much because you can't cut an entire variety off. But a lot of new growth this year. This is the 2nd year in the ground, so we're just gonna let it do what it do. 4-in-1 peach tree. 2 of these varieties of peaches are like 900 chill hours, so I don't expect much, but I'm gonna give them a chance to prove themselves. If I don't get fruit in the next 2 years off of them, I'm gonna cut those varieties off, and I'm gonna let the varieties that have low enough chill hours to grow in this area dominate it. I probably shouldn't let peaches ripen on this because this is a very young tree, but I might let 1 or 2 and see what they do. This is a Spice Z nectar plum. This is a plum, peach, and nectarine crossed together. Supposed to be one of the best fruits ever. This tree was loaded, but the late frost got it. I got to find a better method of protecting these trees from the late frost so I could taste some of this fruit. Haven't tasted most of this stuff. This is a green gauge plum tree. If you look up a list of any, best tasting plums, green gauge is going to be on the list. Now this does have a handful of plums on it now, but we're in that drought that I mentioned earlier, so I'm losing plums by the day, even though I'm trying to keep up with watering and all of that. But yeah, I'm seeing less and less, not even enough to really be hopeful. That's a little plum right there. Not enough to be hopeful, to be honest, but it's okay. The tree is young. I want the tree to get bigger. 2 trees I had to take out because of crown gall, so I got to replace this soil. And I'm either going to go back with 2 more European varieties so they can be by each other to cross-pollinate, or I'm going to go back with what was here, which was a cotton candy aprium. An aprium and a pluot can have kind of the same parents, but an aprium I think is 50-50 apricot plum cross, while a pluot is 75-25. So had a cotton candy aprium here. I tasted last year, it was amazing, but didn't get one this year because the crown gall took over. Then we had a Candy Heart Plu Airy, so that's plum cherry cross. Didn't taste it, had to take it out. Oh, cherries, 4 different varieties of cherries on one tree. Need to just let it get bigger. Same thing with the grafting though, right? You're kind of at the mercy of how they graft it. They have it in a 1 line instead of in orthogonal directions, so a little bit harder to fix. Same thing here, 6 varieties of cherries on one tree, right? And what is this little one? Plu Airy, Sweet Treat Plu Airy. So we got Candy Heart Plu Airy and Sweet Treat Plu Airy. So that's another plum cherry. Toka plum or bubblegum plum. I selected my scaffold branches. We looking pretty good. Just gotta let the tree get older and get bigger, but it has a good foundation. What is this? Aprium, another aprium, Flavor Delight aprium. Guys, if you just look up top 10 best tasting stone fruits, you're gonna find a lot of these varieties on the list. Snow Queen nectarine, getting a little bit of disease pressure. Trees are stressed out, not getting enough water. Time for me to spray. It's a white nectarine. This is a Morpart apricot that is dying for whatever freaking reason. It was potted. All of these trees are bare root. This is the one that was potted and now it's dying. It's getting the same treatment as all of these trees, but for whatever, after that last frost we had, it just defoliated and never returned back to normal. It's not completely dead yet, so I'm giving it a chance, but it's probably gonna get replaced. I don't like slackness going on up here. What we got? Another Pluot Flavor Grenade. All right, what we got here? Another Aprium, Leocott Aprium. So we got apricots, we got plums, we got apricot plums. I think this is Flavor King. Flavor King, yeah. So Flavor King is probably gonna be top 3 on every list. Best tasting stone fruit. That is a Pluot. So we got Flavor King, Flavor Supreme, Flavor Queen, Pluots. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Over here we have our standard plum trees. Those are not grafted like these guys, so you know, they get bigger faster. I cut them down every year. I make sure they're no taller than 7 feet tall. So if I need to harvest, I can harvest every bit of them without the birds destroying me, like they do this mulberry tree up here. But late frost got these too, so won't be harvesting much off of here. I think that's probably like literally 5 or 6 on each tree. But they look good when you turn into the yard. You know, I'm not getting plums this year like crazy, so but yeah, that's pretty much it. Tried to run through this, didn't want the video to be crazy long, but that is the progress of what I got going on up here. And yeah, I'll see y'all next month when I do this again.